And I know that tomorrow I'll wake up just the same, with your memory on my mind, and the same with your name.
Alrighty, Miles, welcome to the New Mexico Radio Talk Show.com. We got Mary Ellen, we got Lara, we got a special guest in the house. We got a lot of people checking in. Welcome in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got everybody checking in. We got a lot of people checking in. How are you ladies doing tonight?
Doing good. Hanging in there. It's almost Friday. So I'm excited. Not that I have any big plans, just excited because it's the end of the work week.
It's always exciting to
almost
have
payday,
Friday
right?
coming on.
Yes.
Oh my, guys.
Yeah.
So what's going on? It's Thursday. It's almost payday. Well, not for me. I think next week is payday for me. I mean, I wish it was payday for me. No, just kidding. Just want to welcome in everybody, man. We got a special guest. I want to welcome in this talented artist, man. This guy hit us up on Facebook, man. A la máquina. I mean, we're getting out there, right? That's a good thing, man, with the New Mexico Radio Talk Show. I want to welcome in this guy. His name is Charles from the Southern Wild Country Band. This guy is on the road, I believe, on the road to Texas. What part of Texas? We're about to find out. Welcome in, Charles from the Southern Wild Country Band.
How we doing?
Hi, Charles.
Hello.
Nice
Welcome,
to meet
Charles.
you.
Hi, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
So I hear you're on the road. Where are you at exactly right now?
So right now I'm about a half hour south of San Antonio. I'm headed up to San Antonio for the weekend. I'm doing some networking and just trying to meet some new faces, line up some new venues for 2025. We're feel like we're just getting started. So
Oh, okay. Where are you all based from?
So we're based out of Zapata, Texas. For those that don't know where that's at here in Texas, it's located in between Laredo and Rio Grande City, right on the river. So we're deep South Texas.
That's where Intocable is from, right?
Yes.
I know that much. I've never been there myself, but you know.
That's not a lot to see. Let it come.
So that's awesome. Well, how long have you all been playing?
So the Southern Wild Band has actually been around, I'd say, since I think 2012, 2013, I believe. I just joined up with them full time in 2023. And the current lineup that we have, it's been the twins, James and Sam. They've been kind of running the project the whole time. They finally convinced me and got me on board last February. And we got Terry on board last fall. And we've been trying to do everything we can just to try to make this a permanent thing. We want to do it full time. We want to be out on the road and playing for a bunch of happy people, and people are just looking to have a good time. And that's basically what we're about. So.
And doing what you love, huh?
Exactly.
I was listening to some of your music, and there was a lot of my old country favorites.
Thank you.
I love those oldies. So,
we pride ourselves on our music.
Do you all have new music coming out? I mean, do you all sing, or do you all have your individual originals or anything like that, or?
So the song that y'all were playing a little while ago is Just This Time. It just released back in October. That's our first baby that we've actually written, produced, and released with some really good friends back in Zapata. They helped us record and everything. We've got several others that we've written. We're fixing to start getting things ready. We're going to go back in the studio in December, and we're hoping to probably have another 2 songs out by March, April, mid-spring. So,
okay.
Little by little, we're building it up.
Laura, you have any questions for them? I'm sorry. Trying to get my camera.
Yeah, you guys, is the album out already for that new single that you just have going on?
So for the single, yes, we can. The single, you can find it anywhere that anybody's streaming. You can look it up on iTunes or Apple Music, excuse me. It's available on Amazon. You can also find it through Spotify, YouTube Music. There's a few different streaming services, I think international also, that have it. I'm not too familiar with everybody's names yet, but I'm just trying to figure them all out. So, but yeah, we do have that one there. We've got 2 previous releases we did. Sorry?
When is the next gig? When do you guys have when do you have something going on, an event?
So we have a private event coming up next Saturday that we're going to be playing for Zapata County's Back the Blue chapter. And we're playing for law enforcement and those guys. And the next big house show that we've got is actually going to be there in Zapata the week following. So November 30th, we're going to be at Lakefront Lodge Rec Center there. One of my late dad's favorite places to play at. So we try to book in there every year we can. The Winter Texans and everybody that comes down, I mean, they're just phenomenal. They always have a hell of a good time with us, and we just try to give them a great show.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
good. It sounds like you all stay busy, huh?
We try to, yeah.
That's great. And in San Antonio, you're going to be making some of the rounds, you said?
Yes, we're going to be moving up. Well, I mean, I'm trying to move things up, and we're getting more venues lined up. We've been playing in Bandera, which is nearby in the Hill Country. We've got in with a couple of venues in San Antonio. We're trying to get in with some of the bigger places, and I'm hoping to move us up north and maybe even get as far as Fort Worth this next year.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you're a real go-getter, huh?
We're trying to.
Great. We definitely wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So, how many people are in the band?
Currently, there's 4 of us that are, I guess you could say, like, we're staple, like we're always at every show. And that's going to be myself. I sing and play rhythm guitar. Sam plays lead guitar, and then James, his twin brother, he plays drums, and then we've got Terry on fiddle. And the 4 of us are the nucleus of the group right now. We've got a few different bassists to help us out depending on where we're playing and their availabilities. All 3 of them are phenomenal bassists. We love working with each of them. It's just kind of hard to get one to actually want to stay full time, so we're trying to work that part out, but
I understand. It's hard to keep a band together, huh?
oh yeah, it's especially as far down as we are. We're always having to travel and everything, so the logistics get a little complicated.
Right. Are you originally from right there, from Zapata, Texas, then?
So I was raised there. I know the twins were there for quite a while. Terry, I believe, was raised in and out of there as well. And we all tried running away as quickly as we could in small town life, and we all just wound up back there. So, so just trying to make the best of it.
You keep getting drawn back, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. It's always been home. It's always been a place to go back, recharge, and try to put ourselves back together. So, but we've been everywhere. We've lived in Austin. We've played there for many years. We have a different surf band that the twins and I play in, and we do like instrumental surf rock and stuff. So we play a few shows a year, and we're always kind of just tinkering with things, trying to get stuff ready for that. And we do have an album with that band as well. And but country's been the one that's really been taking off, and it's helping us pay the bills. So
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
definitely.
Anything to help pay them bills, right? Them bills don't pay themselves.
So, and what made you decide to contact us today? Did you see something or?
So my girlfriend actually saw it. She saw y'all were posting, y'all were looking for interviews, and sent me the link. And I was like, all right, let me check it out. So I sent you guys a little shout out and a comment there. And lo and behold, I was contacted by you guys, and y'all were like, y'all want to set up for tonight? I was like, let's do it.
Yes.
I'll pull over. So.
We're definitely always willing to, help promote your music and, different kinds of genres and artists. So
Well, much appreciated.
I'm glad it worked out.
Definitely. I know everybody, the rest of the band was a little jealous because they're like, oh, you're going to be on the road. So like, we're not going to be able to be part of it. And I was like, yeah, well, let me see if I can squeeze you guys in on the next one. We'll get you guys back in. Maybe I can get all of us in the next time and we can all tell.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
Yes.
You're more than welcome. Henry, do you have anything to say? I'm sorry, we kind of took over.
Sorry, I'm muted. No, I was over here fixing the back end over here. I was over here doing some technical difficulties over here. No, you guys are doing a fabulous job. I was over here, so I don't know if you guys missed me or not, but no, I just want to give Charles a big thanks, man, for reaching out to us, man, and we had a quick response on that. So no, we just like helping everybody out, and we just had Rustic Rose Band on the show last night, who did a fantastic job, and we just like supporting all genres of music, like I was telling Charles in the backstage, and so Charles, I mean, you're going to Texas, man, a la máquina. So I mean, what's going on in Texas, man?
I mean, anything and everything, really. Right now, it's kind of, as far as venue or as far as shows go, it's a little bit slow this time of year. It starts slowing down during the winter, but it's almost like sweeps week in other places where it's just like picking up in other spots. So, like this week, I've just been on the phone all morning, every morning, trying to book venues and get things ready, because venues fill up so fast here during the spring and summer months that if you don't pick up as early as you do, like, you'll definitely get left behind. And we've had that happen a couple of years. It's taken me a little while to figure out who and when and how to contact everybody. So it's been a little frustrating and a little fun at the same time, but it's definitely been rewarding. So.
Mm-hmm.
So how can they get in contact with you to book you for an event or anything? The phone number to call, email, how can we contact you?
So the best way to contact us is you can call my cell personally. It's 956-652-2824, or contact us through email. It's Southern Wild Country, all lowercase, @gmail.com. Facebook also is our primary spot. I'm working on getting a website set up for us finally, and I'll have all of our contact info posted up there as well as soon as it's out. Hoping to have that before the end of the year. But definitely, I mean, like a like and a follow on Facebook goes a long way for everybody. So if you guys are looking to get in contact with us, just pop on over to Facebook, pop on over to TikTok. We've got our number and emails everywhere there.
Very good, very good. So now you know how to contact him. I want to send a shout out to Mel, our co-host. She's actually working her other job tonight, so we're gonna miss her tonight. And I don't know if y'all can see anybody else checking in. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my computer.
Oh yeah, we got Elizabeth Ramos checking in. She says, "Can you please make a dedication to Miguel Alaman? Can't wait to see you." That's what she says.
Miguel Aleman. Isn't that like a town or something like that?
Yeah, it's in Mexico, just right on the other side of the border from Roma, actually.
Yes. I was like, either it's somebody's name or it's the name of a town.
Unless it is a person, in which case, the dedication goes to them. But
so, and are you traveling? Like you pulled over right now, or what?
Yeah, actually. So I did pull over for the interview. It just happened that I'm at a QT. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a lot of the stops around in Texas and the West, but this actually happens to be one of the band's favorite places to stop at. Like this actual location, like we stop here it's kind of our crossroads, because we either go to San Antonio, we go to Bandera, or we'll pull out and go towards Tilden. Like but it's always the one spot that we stop at on just about every trip north. So that's kind of cool. And I was just like, hey, we get to do our first interview in the parking lot of one of our favorite stores. So.
Of one of your favorite places, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Oh, sorry. Excuse my granddaughter just ran across the room. So I apologize. They have their own shower, but they like coming to my shower.
That's all right.
Hi to Vanessa Gonzalez, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, man. San Anto. Also, unos saludos to Jerry from Los Arcos, Hermanos Peña.
Woo-hoo.
Jerry Peña from Los Arcos in the house, man. They were just live a few minutes ago with Sirius Tejano. They were just live a while ago. Big shout out to Los Arcos. They're checking in with us today.
Yes. So what do you have coming up? Do you have any like big shows planned or music coming out?
So right now, like I said, for winter, it's a little bit slow. We've got 4 shows lined up from November through February there at Lakefront. We just got a couple of gigs picked up the other day. We're going to be going to Corpus and Fulton in February, and I've got another show lined up in San Antonio in January. So we've got some stuff there. We got a new venue that we picked up. We're going to be going out to Seguin Schoolyard in Seguin, Texas in the first weekend of February, I believe. So we're starting to make a little bit of headway and getting things ready. December, though, it'll be a little bit on the slower side, I believe. I actually keep my planner on me at all times. I can tell you right now.
Well, you know what? It's right around the holidays, so you never know. You might get picked up for a lot of those company parties and stuff like that.
I'll tell you what, December has been one of our busiest months this last year. And that's because I think last December we started no shows on the event, like on the books at all. And we ended up playing every Friday and every Saturday, I believe, the entire month. I do know we just picked up we have a fajita cook-off I believe it's in Zapata. I'm still waiting on my brother-in-law to get back to me with the details on that one, but we do have one that's coming up in December as well. And then we've got Lakefront scheduled. And of course, if we get any other last-second callers asking for something, we'll definitely scoop them up and we'll take them up on their offers. So
that's great. So you all stay busy pretty much every weekend, or is it like a couple times a month? Or
we try to stay busy. Since the inception of the band, of this current lineup that we've got, we've been on the road just about every Friday and Saturday. I try to give us at least a break every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. It did slow down quite a bit once we got ready to produce the song that we just released, and just getting all of that organized and getting things ready for the next step and getting things ready for spring and summer kind of slowed me down a little booking for this time period. But, like I said, we're keeping our hopes high, and we'll definitely see some phone calls come in, and we'll pick up some last second things.
Yeah, I'm sure it's so busy, that being in the band, you have so much to do. Not just people think that you're just out there at the shows, but it takes a lot of work behind the scenes, besides just the shows. So
definitely, there's a lot of coordination, a lot of phone calls, and a lot of emails. And, sometimes when the emails and the phone calls don't work, you just got to show up and prove your mettle to them and try to get a gig. You can't take no for an answer. So
right. You really have to love.
So is there an event that you look forward to that you are like, it's a goal for you to be on right now, like as a band?
So we really are kind of hoping for a phone call from the County Fair Commission this year. We'd love to play for the county fair back home. And definitely Freer also. In Freer, Texas, they have the Rattlesnake Roundup every year. And it's usually around the same Easter, like the same weekend as Easter, excuse me. And we just played in Freer last weekend. In fact, I think our latest TikTok and latest reel on Facebook is footage from those shows. We did an acoustic set, and we're definitely trying to get into Rattlesnake Roundup this year and hopefully play with some pretty big names.
Where is that Rattlesnake Roundup? Is where?
In Freer, Texas. It's in between.
So if anyone is tuning in right now and is from Freer, Texas, and can give us some info, Charles is looking for that Rattlesnake.
Oh yeah, I've already been talking to him. So
yes. So just make sure you contact him and get him on your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Now the other one that's been a little evasive is we're trying to see if we can get on one of the side stages for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. I know we missed the window for that one this year, but I'm ready to submit as soon as they open up the pool for that one again. So that would be a really fun one to play.
And they have the rodeo cook-off, so a lot of these cooking teams, they hire bands to come in and play in their tents. So you can at least get in there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure, like what they say, there's a will, there's a way, and we're definitely trying to find a way.
Keep pushing.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Elizabeth Ramos. She's listening from Corpus. So Elizabeth, if there's any events going on in Corpus, let us know so we can get Charles and his band out there and play at one of those events.
Definitely follow us on Facebook. I'll be announcing shows soon. I think we've got one coming up in Corpus and then one in Fulton in Rockport in February. We're gonna be up there on the coast for a weekend, just kind of hanging out and having fun. So
Exactly. There's Roger Nicholas Sowers out there listening all the way from Mathis, Texas. Saludos.
And can you
A lot of
play
places
some
out here, guys. Yes.
I'm reading some of the comments, but that's good. I mean, any extra exposure that the band can get, if you never know who's going to be watching, so this is why we do what we do, because we're hoping that somebody will see you and they decide to book you or, download your music, even just download your music. Follow you on your social medias.
Oh yeah.
Oh. So, and anything else that you need to, or you'd like to tell the audience about your band?
Just for everybody listening, if you don't know who we are yet, please like and follow us. Go on to Spotify or any of your favorite streaming services, give our music a listen and show your support. And hopefully we'll get enough support that we'll wind up at your doorstep.
Exactly. And I think you said you're the singer, right?
Yes.
So do you have anything you'd like to sing for us tonight?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really have much prepared, and I don't have my guitar with me.
What? I thought you're always supposed to have your guitar with you.
Always supposed to, but I'm kind of sharing a little secret here. I'm going to shop for a new one this weekend too, so I'm.
Ooh,
I didn't want the other one to be jealous. So.
Nice.
And where would you be shopping at?
I'm gonna start with Alamo Music. They're in San Antonio. They've been pretty good to me over the years. So, and we'll check out a couple of different shops from there. I know there's a couple of different local shops there. I shout out to them, but I cannot remember the names of a lot of them. It's been a while since I've actually shopped for anything up there, so I'll be relearning all that this weekend.
Is there any places that you want to visit while you're in San Antonio, or is it just the different clubs and venues?
So for me, like San Antonio has always been like a second home to me. I've lived there on and off for the last 20 years or so. So I've kind of gotten used to all the landmarks and everything. For the first time, this last few trips I've been coming up, I'm actually experimenting and trying new restaurants and stuff like that. So I just kind of like to just leave it to chance and see what I find.
That's right. Usually those end up to be the most fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that's been the most rewarding for me. So.
Yes, I love going to San Antonio.
Well, who doesn't love going to San Antonio? Man?
I know, right?
I'm still kind of debating. I think Wade Bowen's playing in Bandera on Saturday night too, so I might slip out that way.
Wade Bowen. Oh my gosh. What's that? What's that song he sings? It's a love song. Oh my gosh. Can I think? I'm trying to think the words of it, but I love him.
He's got a few. We have our own cover of Mood Ring that we do.
It's not Mood Ring. It's a love. I can't think of the words right now. It's a love song, and I know people use it for weddings a lot.
Is it Who I Am? I think is the other one.
Yes, Who I Am. He has such a great voice. I know you do a lot of the covers. Do you do any of his covers?
Just Mood Ring right now. I've been studying the catalog a little bit, trying to figure out which other ones we want to sneak in there, but that one's been the main one.
And where did you get your musical influences from?
So we start at the beginning. It was my dad. He was a country artist here in Texas from the 70s through the 90s. And so I got to learn a little bit about the business. He got to go up to Nashville, produce his own album and put it out. And I learned quite a bit from him. Learned how to play guitar somewhere around the 8th grade, I think. They had a class there at school, so I was already going to band, learning how to play trumpet and stuff. So I was like, you know what, let's pick up guitar too. So I started picking up the guitar, and kind of burned out of band after freshman year. So I joined mariachi. Really got used to performance with mariachi for 3 years there, and then just kind of went off on my own. And I've done little projects here and there. This is probably the first full project that I've done where I'm actually trying to make something out of it. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've learned from a lot of great instructors and mentors. As far as country artists, I grew up during, radio was the best during the 90s, in my opinion, as far as the prime country goes. So I grew up listening to everything from Keith Whitley to Alan Jackson, and it was just song after song that I'd pick up. And even now, like, I'll be listening to stuff and I'll just hear a song that I hadn't heard in years, and it just takes me back. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to pick up that song and figure it out. But my main influence for my voice is definitely, I'd have to say, would be Dwight Yoakam, though he's just got that, it's just got that Bakersfield swagger to his voice, and he's just got that, we call it falseta in Spanish, but I just really don't know how to put it in English terms. But yeah, I kind of developed and learned to mimic his voice at an early age. So it's been one of my favorites.
So which song of his do you do?
We do quite a few of them, actually. Fast as You, we've actually got that one up on Facebook right now. We do Guitars Cadillacs. We keep trying to go back to Little Ways. We haven't had a chance to go back to it. And Suspicious Minds, we do the Elvis cover.
Yes.
And 1,000 Miles from Nowhere is definitely the other one that we would do. And we are just talking about that one a little while ago. They messaged me and they're like, hey, we need to throw that one back on the set list for next weekend because people like it. It's like, all right, we got it. So.
Well, it was really good when I was listening to your music.
Thank you.
Listening to all those oldies, I was like, oh my gosh, I love I'm a little bit older, okay, I'll admit it.
That's all right. I won't do it.
Takes me back. And I'm like what you said, in the 90s, I was right there pinned to my TV watching the dance shows. Mostly the dance shows, but the videos, but they used to have a country dance, like they do a show, and I would be watching them, trying to imitate their dance steps.
I remember, I don't remember if it was on CMT or TNT, but I remember that show.
I think it was CMT. I want to say CMT. But it's good to have you, because now the music has changed a lot, the country music. And I like the older style more than I do the new country.
I'm a big fan of the older stuff, especially like you go in the golden and outlaw era. Those are my two favorite spots to be in. Like Johnny Cash was, I went through a lot of depression back in the mid 2000s. Johnny Cash was like my go-to. I mean, like if it wasn't for his music, like I don't know where I'd be. But he was definitely one of my favorites. Waylon Jennings was another great one. And it just kind of, I think I started with Prime and I went all the way back down to Hank Williams, and I just kind of slowly, gradually climbed my way back up and learned as much of it as I could. And once I got to that point, then I started going more into the modern stuff. And I've picked and choose what I like, and what I don't like, I put it on the shelf, and then I'll come back to it when somebody else says they want to hear it. And I just kind of try to find a way to mix all that flavor in there and see what we come out with. So
right. And do you write any of your own music?
So Just This Time was written by myself, by me, and by James, our drummer. We've got several different songs that I have written that we're working on recording. We'll be recording one that we actually wrote together, like as a full band. We'll be hopefully recording that one in December alongside with a different one that I wrote as well.
And are you with a record label or independent?
We're independent. We don't have any labels backing us up. That being said, anybody out there wants to back us up, please give me a call. But no, you never know. You don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly.
But yeah, for right now, we're independent. We're just kind of out there doing our own thing and trying to pick up some momentum and see if we can get out in the world and have some fun.
Exactly. Very good. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job.
We ain't stopping anytime soon. I'll tell you that.
So, is there any places in particular that you'd say, okay, I'd like to play at this place besides the festivals? Like, is there any dance halls or anything like that?
There are some pretty legendary places here in Texas. Green Hall, for example, Billy Bob's, Bluebonnet Palace is one of the ones that's fast growing on my list. So there's several different places. I consider that to have like your everyday dance halls, and you've got your prestige dance halls, which are what I'm trying to get us into right now. And then there's those places that have just been around for decades, and it doesn't matter who's playing that night, the house is going to be packed, and it's just, so I'm trying to work our way up to those levels. I feel like we're sound wise, we've definitely got it. We're still trying to get a lot of other parts of, I guess, who we are and things like figured out, and trying to get that sorted out to where I feel like we're ready for those places. But we're definitely getting there. I think Thirsty Horse is definitely the place I'll be at tomorrow night with. We're going to go watch Felix Treview play, and he's a local artist from San Antonio. He's amazing. But I'll be out there tomorrow night watching him play, and that venue has been one that's been on my list since I walked into those halls like about 11 years ago. And hopefully I can keep trying to. Hopefully I can get through enough, and they'll give us that shot finally. So
Yes.
but we're definitely trying.
I'm definitely going to have to put Thirsty Horse as one of the places that I'd like to go visit.
It's a fun venue.
It's been years since I've been there.
Mm-hmm. There's some other great.
Go, Laura. We're gonna have to go check that out next time I'm in town.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Because I'm in Houston, Laura is in San Antonio, and Henry is in New Mexico.
Gotcha.
I'm where the Indians are.
For Houston area, I'm trying to get over to Moe's Place eventually, so we'll get there. They're in Katy, Texas. So it's definitely I got my eye on them. Further in the valley, you got Mel's Honky Tonk. That's one of the places that I've been trying to get into down there in Brownsville. And then San Antonio, I mean, it's definitely Thirsty Horse. We've gotten Shady Lady Saloon, which has been a lot of fun. I love the crowd there. They're fun. As far as San Antonio goes, though, those are the main two, I think, and we've got one of them under our belt. So we're trying to move up a little bit, and we're trying to see if maybe we can get into Freyite Country Store over here in New Braunfels pretty soon, and we'll just keep moving north from there and see what happens. So.
And did you mention that you were going to be playing in Bernie, or where did you?
No, Bandera is usually where we do play. I don't have anything lined up there yet for the year, but I'm pretty sure we'll have something lined pretty soon. But the main shows, the next few shows that we've got, Seguin is going to be one of them in February, and then we'll be down in Rockport, Fulton, and Corpus Christi in that area as well on the coast.
Okay, good. You all are getting around, all around.
Oh, yeah. It's hard finding shows back in Zapata, so we try to get out as much as we can. So.
Did you say, is there any places right there in Zapata, or no, not really?
There's a couple of places. We've played at both of them several times. The wintertime, though, we tend to flock towards the rec center, though, there with Lakefront, just because of the winter crowd. Summer months, though, we do play at a couple of different places there in Zapata, though.
So you did say you missed.
What?
You did say you had missed signing up for the rodeo here in San Antonio. Did you check other locations? I know there's pretty for next year.
I'm kind of starting to branch out and look at that. That's one of my things I'm going to be looking into this weekend. So I'm doing the research, getting it going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of places that do like structural and rodeos and stuff like that in other places as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, we got that we got the rodeo and the fajita cook-off coming up in December there in Zapata. There's some smaller ones. I think Cotula's got one in March or April, I believe, also, and it's another one we've kind of looked into. And there's a couple of different places out there. So.
And what was the name in Seguin? What's the name of the place that you said?
So that place, it's going to be a new venue for us. It's called Seguin Schoolyard. Okay. And I haven't been out there yet. I want to go out and visit soon, but from what I can get, as much as I've gathered off of their TikTok videos and stuff, they're actually an old like elementary school, and each of the classrooms have now become like different shopettes and restaurants and things. The main recess area for the school is actually where the stage and everything is set up, so it all just kind of gathers there in the middle. It seems like a really fun place. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, I've been to Seguin, and I don't remember, but of course, you know, I've only been there a couple of times, but maybe
Yeah,
it's,
but
I might need to check out.
oh yeah, they just opened up in July, so I think they're still fairly new.
Okay. And they bring live bands there often, or?
They're trying to get better. They're trying to get to where they can get more up there. I think they've just been trying to get their business going and stuff first, but they're definitely working up to it. So.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I know
very
they
good. You got your foot in the door there. That's
Oh
great.
yeah.
I feel like I'm taking over, so it's like I try to stay quiet and let somebody else talk. I was like, they're gonna say she never stays quiet.
Hey, you're
They're all
doing
great.
pretty good. You're doing pretty
Oh
good.
no, you're fine. You're fine. Some great questions.
Hoy nomás. Few shout outs to Jenny and Soto in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. Also, big shout out to everybody checking in. We got a lot of shout outs in the house. We got Marivia Joe Gutierrez. Hopefully I said that correcto mundo. We got the managers in the house, Paula and Jessica out there out of Gilbert, Arizona. Also, big shout out to the owner of the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, Larry and Linda, checking in. Also, man, let me see here. A la máquina. We got a lot of people in the house, man. Hopefully, you guys are having a good time with Charles from Southern Wild Country Band out there with us. Hopefully, you guys are having a good time with us on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show.
And Janie Ann says that it's a really nice place. So I'm thinking she's talking about the Seguin schoolyard, right?
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely can put that on my to-do list.
All right. Definitely, we're definitely getting guts here too. We're like I said, I'm trying to get us out to Fort Worth sometime before the end of the next year, but I'm not. I wouldn't put it past us to end up in Amarillo or Lubbock or even New Mexico sometimes. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Gotta get out there and get people listening to you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we want to build up, and so hopefully we can get a good tour going this spring and stay on the road long enough to make some good money and have some fun and just enjoy ourselves.
Right. And have you all done like radio tours or anything like that when you
We haven't.
brought out your music?
Nothing yet. I'm talking with a couple of agencies trying to get things going. Of course, financing everything is kind of the hardest part for us, so we're trying to work on it as best we can. Y'all are actually the first interview that we've done, or that I've done, with the band, not counting like our local newspaper and stuff like that. But so it's definitely been pretty exciting so far.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're pretty green. We're just getting started. So.
Yeah.
Well, don't let this be the first and last interview. Don't let that be the first and last interview.
Oh no,
I know.
definitely.
Come back here. Definitely come back over here. And whenever you release new music, make sure you send it to us and we'll be more than happy to put it out there for you.
Definitely will.
Do you have, did you all have a video for this song or?
Nothing yet. Again, we're kind of trying to see what we're going to do with it as far as how we're going to do radio promo with it. And then we've got the new songs that we want to go and record. So we're trying to figure out how to promote those. So we're kind of planning and trying to figure out like, well, which one do we want to do music videos for? But I'm pretty sure we'll definitely have something coming out pretty soon. If anything else, we might just do like a house-made video for just this time and just try to have some fun with it and do something goofy or something. So.
Well, now there's so many people that are so good that are not really professionals, but they do a great job. So hopefully you can find somebody that can do that and just put your, I think that's a lot of the bands are starting to post more videos. So, and anything that'll get you more views, definitely will help. So, you said that you're gonna be having a couple of performances coming up, and I think you said this month or next month.
We got a few. We got a few lined up this month. We have a private event coming up next weekend, and then we'll have the community event the weekend after that. So on November 30th. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving, we'll have a public event, and it'll be there in Zapata. It's going to be at Lakefront Lodge, and place does fill up pretty quick. So it's pretty fun.
That's good. And are you all the only band that's going to be playing, or do they normally have more than one?
For the community night, no, it's just us. So we usually do have a friend or two that'll come up and they'll ask if they can sing a song like during break or something like that. So we can share the stage with a few different people and let them come up and sing a song or two. I know some of my dad's friends are still there and they still migrate back down here every winter. So they always come up and ask if they can sing a song. And so breaks, we usually reserve it for anybody wanting to have some fun too.
Right. Yes. It sounds like fun. And so if anybody's out there in the Zapata area, make sure you all go check them out at those two venues that they're going to be playing at. Okay, I'm giving you all a chance. I always feel so bad because I just, start talking and,
Hey, you're doing pretty good, girlfriend. You're doing pretty good.
Tell me something else, Laura. What do you want to ask, Laura?
I guess can you send some flyers? Maybe you can send some flyers with your contact info and stuff, so we can help post it and put it out there, so you guys can start getting maybe more phone calls or emails and stuff to get you booked. Like, so we can share with everyone.
I can definitely do that. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll have to send you guys something after the interview. My phone's kind of a dinosaur, so it'll freeze up and lock down on me, and I don't want to lose you guys yet.
Of course. Definitely. Yeah, we have the same problem over here.
All right.
And dog Henry.
What's up? No,
You usually have so much to say. I am so surprised that you're quiet.
Hey, you're doing terrific. I'm the one that's always asking the questions, but you're doing pretty good.
Come on. I know you got something to say.
No. So, Charles, there's a lot of artists out there, man. So, I mean, I know you do country, man, but is there any collaborations that you would like to do with somebody out there?
I haven't really thought too much on collabs yet. I would definitely be open to to suggestions if anybody does want to come up and do something different with me. I'd definitely be game.
Sorry.
Because there's a lot of talented artists, man, male or female, man. There's just so many, man, in this genre. So I mean, there's just so many to think of. And I mean, if I was a singer, I wish if I was a singer, I mean, of course, I mean, I like to sing with everybody, of course, but I mean, of course, like I said, if I was a singer, but if I ever got that chance, I'd like to say, hey, I want to do a duet or something with everybody. But there's just so many talent, man. There's just so much talent out there, and just so much genre out there. So it's a tough call, right?
Definitely.
I think now with the way social media is, it's definitely helped a lot of the bands
Exactly.
get more notice, more more out there than before. So I definitely use social media to help promote any of the bands that I'm working with. So
well, the thing is, back then, Mary, they didn't have social media. I mean, for a band, you would have to literally travel to go promote. I mean, I mean, literally, you'd literally have to travel. Now you just send it out to the DJ. Nowadays, but back then you didn't have that, you know. So you'd literally, if you wanted to promote the event, you literally have to go promote that event, and that's just the difference of the social media from now to then, you know. So social media just took
Charles,
over.
did you get to experience any of that?
Actually, yes. I remember just real early on, like if my dad was playing a show around town or even in Laredo or anywhere, we would, for a week or two, we'd have to go up for a day or an afternoon, and we'd be going out and putting up flyers in the stores and everything. And it was even the same for me in the early 2000s, well, in the mid 2000s with Los Supervengers, the surf rock band that the twins and I play in. I remember when we were living up there, we would be out there promoting a show at least once a week. If we had something coming up, we'd be walking around putting flyers out and hoping our car didn't get towed. And it was definitely a little bit of a race sometimes, but we lost. I'm not gonna lie. We had our cars towed a couple times trying to do that, but yeah, I remember going out and papering down everything and handing out flyers at the universities there and just trying to get people to come out to the shows. It was a lot of work.
Yes,
It's always fun.
So when you're preparing for a show, how do you and your bandmates coordinate so that you guys know what songs to play?
So right now, primarily I do like the set lists, and I'll have that. Well, okay. Optimistically, I try to have it at least by the beginning of the week. So we were actually talking about that a little bit earlier. So next week's show, we're already starting to work on the set list. So I already told them it's going to be kind of templated from a previous gig that we just did. If there were any changes that they want to make or any requests that they have that they want to throw in, we'll go in and we'll move things around. Or if they saw like, hey, let's move these two songs and put them in different places because they didn't like, crowd might have responded differently to it at certain times. So we try to coordinate as best we can. A lot of the time, though, if we're kind of in a rush, we'll just basically go off of an old set list that we've got, and I'll change everything around for everybody last second and print them out and give everybody the printouts the day of the show. And we try not to do that, but luckily we know the music well enough, so we're just kind of take it a moment at a time. So
Exactly.
but yeah, for the most part, we have our own, like we have a set master that we've got that's got all of our songs that we know, and then we've got another list of songs that we want to learn and that we're kind of working on. So whenever one of us comes up and says, hey, like I figured this part of this song out, or I've got this one going, like then we'll bring it in and we'll start practicing that one, and then we'll add it to the mix. So
Do you all practice still?
We try to practice at least twice a week. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes coordination gets kind of hard, especially with the bassists not living in town with us. But the four of us, we try to practice at least once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if, because I know a lot of people don't live close to each other, if maybe they practice like we do like a Facebook Live and then practice.
I've heard of it. We haven't tried it ourselves. I feel like our network is so spotty down there that everybody would be kind of off tempo, but like, yeah, I have heard of it. I have heard of it being a thing. It is out there.
With the delayed internet and everything, I bet you it sounds like a hot mess.
Oh gosh, yeah. We'd be starting the first verse and the other one would be finishing the third verse, and it would. So.
Oh my gosh, how funny!
Exactly. Exactly. Look at this. We got a few shout outs real quick right here, Mary Ellen. We got right here. Chacho Diaz says, hello, Mary. Hello, everyone. We got this one right here from Jenny Ann Soto. Yes, now with social media, I've learned of so many musicians and bands, which before I'd see the new ones, I never heard out of the musicians heard out of the music festivals. Yeah, that's very true about that. And then we got Veronica Lopez, La Contentita out of Las Vegas, Nevada, checking in. And then we got Ricky Duran all the way from Houston, Tejano Hits. Also,
thank you for joining us, Ricky. And
we got
Chacho,
broadcasting, man, checking in. We got Leanne's broadcasting, Houston Tejano Hits, checking in.
And that's a good thing because I know that a lot of times and I consider myself, I listen to music quite often, but there's so many bands out there that there's no way that you can know everybody. So
Oh
I
yeah,
love it. I love the fact that we get to be on here and bring your band, your music to other people and gives them a chance to listen to you.
it's definitely appreciated. I do appreciate you guys for having time for us tonight.
Well, we
We
appreciate
always
you taking the time to be here with us.
right, exactly. We always make time for our guest, and we try to make the time. Let me just put it to you that way. If we have the time, we put you in our schedule. That's why we had that quick response. I seen the chat and I was like, one of our gals has to see it. So I was at work, so I got on the group chat and I said, hey, anybody available? Can somebody answer that for me real quick? And one of the ladies got in the quick response,
Yeah.
and we got that set up. So thank you to the ladies to
Yes, I
set
did.
that
I
up.
did get a
And
quick response from them. That was good.
Yeah, I tried to. I was actually at work also myself, and I just happened to be in between two tasks that I was doing. I looked down at my phone real quick. I was like, "Hey, I've got a message." And I looked, and I was like, "Oh wow!" So it was pretty exciting. I was pretty excited to see that, and I was glad we were able to lock in for the day. So
Hmm.
Well, we
look
do
at
have
this. We
some
got
good info right now. We have Antonio J. Vega from Lubbock, and he sent us a link that says West Texas Tejano Explosion.com. So
in the
there
okay,
you
house.
go.
yeah.
Maybe we can get Southern Wild on the show over there with the West Texas Tejano Explosion.com out there. Maybe we can get some of your music out there. I'll get in touch with Antonio J. Vega. I'll get in touch with him, see if I can get some of your music out there on their station out there. See if I can get some of your music out there, man.
Nice. So it's working. It's working.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The internet is doing
Yes,
its thing.
It
Yeah.
is.
We just got to keep pushing. Keep
Yep.
pushing. That's a great thing about this podcast. This Henry, we just recently joined. Henry's been doing this for years, so
Very
he's
cool.
A la
yeah.
máquina, you're saying like I've done this for like 30 years. Yeah.
Well, like 3. I think you said like 3, right?
Something like that. 3 years or so, man.
A lot
Something like
more.
Something like that. I think I have like 7 years or so, 7 or 8 years in like radio, internet radio, something like that. And took a break from that, and then I came into the podcast world, and then that's where I stuck actually. And then I converted into, I guess, a little bit of music and stuff like that. And then here I am doing interviews, and then I brought these lovely ladies into the team, and then like Mary said, she's learning all this new music and these new artists. She's like, Hen Dog, who are these people? I said, well, you're about to
And
find out.
where do you find them? I was like, because I've never heard of them, and it happens all the time. I'm like, okay, where have I been, under a rock or something? Because there's so much music, so many artists out there.
Oh yeah, it's easy to kind of get locked into like a certain cycle, and you stay in that spot, and you forget to look out.
I'm the type that I can put on a song and listen to it over and over again. I'm a creature of habit. The same thing. I go to the restaurant and I eat the same thing most of the time. But I guess now with the radios, it's like I really don't even listen to the radio in my car. I mean, I don't even know if I'm thinking, of course, I could probably listen to country music in the car, but I just keep playing the same things over and over.
Yeah, I'll do that. I go through cycles where I'll go into the radio and I'll listen to radio for a month or so. But with charts, it's kind of hard because it feels like they play like the same 8 songs several times throughout the day. So I'll listen to it and I'll pick up on some stuff. I'm like, okay, let's go check that artist out. So then I'll jump back over to Spotify for a while and I'll listen to their stuff, and then I'll listen to recommended stuff, and then I just kind of go off on a little trip with that. And that's how I usually end up, learning about different artists. And then Facebook also, it's been amazing. Like I can turn Facebook on every morning and there's different artists out there just trying to promote their stuff, and it's just
Yes.
so easy to jump on and check their stuff out. And
You know what? And there was an artist that recently said something that, that it's getting harder on Facebook to actually advertise because it seems like they're not getting as many views as they used to. Do you
I've
find that to be true?
I've kind of seen it myself. Like we're still at such a young age as far as like our career path goes, that I haven't really noticed it. But like some of the other ones, and I think I know which artist you're referring to, because I think I read that same one like in the last couple of weeks. And for some of them though, like him, that he's put out like 60, 70 songs and a live album and a bunch of stuff, and it was a really great tool. But it just seems like there's so many different softwares and algorithms that are out there that are just kind of starting to warp things and mess things up, because like their intentions are okay. Like they're trying to create business. They're trying to drum up more hits and more views and stuff like that. But there's that counterbalance to it with the main business, like being like, Facebook or any of those, like just kind of having to kind of come in and regulate all that, because it just seems like it takes off too much, and then the numbers just kind of get thrown off, and then everything gets messed up. So I definitely see it going on. It hasn't really happened with us a lot. I feel like we're still at such a young age in our career that it hasn't really gotten that bad for us yet. But I'm pretty sure we'll see our share of it before it's all said and done.
So, and where do you see yourself and the band like in 5 years from now? Where would you like to see yourself?
Hopefully on a tour bus going somewhere. So definitely want to keep on the road. We would definitely want to keep playing.
And is this like what you want? Do you have a regular job, or is this like your full-time job?
I do have a regular job. Most people, when they ask me what I do, I actually work in an embroidery shop, so I get to make my own band merch. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
But at the same time, the scheduling gets in the way a lot of booking and getting things ready, so it kind of inhibits things. So I'm kind of like trying to find that right balance, because when it comes to booking, there's only a small window you get during the day and on certain days, and that's it. Like once it closes, something like I could be sitting here on a Friday night, like tonight even, I could just be sitting there. I could send out 30 emails and I probably won't get one response. But if I reply back during that window, I'll get at least 3 or 4 responses, and that's how I get the new venues and everything to open up for us. So it's a lot of timing and coordinated effort to try to figure out how to get those things done.
And a little bit of luck.
And a lot of luck. But
I used
but
to, I was trying to get a band into this place, and the lady would tell me, I only book on Tuesdays. So I had to make sure I called on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I have you on the phone now. But it is hard. And the thing is that, some of these, of course, when you hire a band, they're going to be expensive, because you have all these expensive, your gas, your food, your lodging, and a lot of times the venues aren't really making that much money either.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to see it from both sides, both the venue and the artist side. I have to kind of work with both of them, in other words.
Yeah. I've always tried to kind of maintain the same perspective. I worked a lot of fast food jobs in management and stuff. So I got to kind of see what goes into operating businesses and stuff. So like when I jumped into this, I was just like, okay, it's not going to be much different. It's just a different product, So looking at it from that perspective, I did kind of have to look at it from there. And I did have to take, the other things into consideration. Like, yeah, it's a small window, but at the same time, that might be the only time they've got allotted where they can actually take the time to look into booking places or booking bands, so they're not just booking anybody. And same thing goes with just operating the business in general. Like you got to schedule yourself. If not, it's impossible to get anything done.
That's true. I'm just like really like when I get a call, I'm trying to call them back right away to make sure because sometimes they'll call you and you don't
Mhm.
answer, they'll call the next person.
Yep.
You miss
Always gotta.
out.
Yep.
Yes.
I keep my phone on. I keep my ringtones on very loud at work, so
Yes.
I can hear it when it goes off. And 9 times out of 10, it's a scammer. But gotta answer. Never know.
Could be that
Or a,
10th call.
Yep.
or
That's right.
or a bill collector. Hey, you need to pay that bill.
Luckily, they haven't been bugging me too much lately. But yeah, that's true.
Yes.
No, man. I
know.
do want to say thank you to everybody checking in, man. Thank you to all the people that are checking in with us, man. I want to say thank you to Mr. Antonio J. Vega, man, with Lubbock, West Texas, TejanoExplosion.com. He just put in there Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Nothing but new artists on our station. We love promoting new artists, so be sure to check that out. I'll be in contact with him to be able to send him over some of you guys' music over there. So I'll be able to check that out here, ahorita, as soon as we get
Great.
off the show, man. Right here we got Chacho Diaz says thanks to shows like this one is what keeps great Tejano music alive. Saludos to all the way from Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. A la máquina.
Chacho
Saludos.
Diaz, he's the one that's an
Hello,
artist. And
Chacho.
he wants to come on the show one day.
Nice.
A la
Okay.
máquina.
Yes. I've seen some of his work. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Awesome.
Saludos, everyone. Saludos, man. I do want to say thank you to Charles all the way, man. To his family, to the band, to everybody, man, for making this possible. The producers, the managers, the roadies, everybody, man, for making this possible, man. I do want to say thank you, Charles, to everybody that made this possible, man. To, like I said, man, setting this up, man. I mean, it's an honor, man, to get the phone call that uh, you want to be on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, man. Getting the message and stuff like that, man. And I do want to say thanks to everybody that checks in. God bless. Is there any last words coming up on an hour and 7 minutes on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show? Is there any last words you'd like to say to your family, your friends before we head out?
Just want to say thank you for the support for everybody. We love you guys, and hopefully we can make 2025 just as good, if not better, than last year.
Yes. Most definitely.
There you go.
And you come back and see us, okay, Charles?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm up for it anytime you guys are. Y'all give us a holler. So, like I said, maybe next time I can get the whole band up here. They can tell some embarrassing stories or something also, and we can have a good time.
We would
we
love
can have a live
that.
jam session, man.
We'd love that.
All right. Well, we'll definitely look forward to it. We'll pencil something in with you guys.
Exactly, man. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Southern
Thank you.
Wild Country Band. Thank you. God bless. Safe travels to San Antonio. God bless you and your family. Have a wonderful
Good
Thanksgiving.
luck.
Merry
Go get
Christmas
some-
and New Year to the family.
Go get some bookings, okay?
Oh, I definitely will. Thank you guys so much. And y'all have a great weekend also.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a talented guest, man. Talented artist, man. I mean, anybody that's trying to strive for their dreams and their goals, man. And it's not easy being a musician, right? And especially when you're just the owner yourself. You don't even have a co-owner or a manager, or I mean, you're doing it all on your own. It's a little tough, right?
It is. It's a struggle because there's so many good bands out there, and you just got to keep knocking on doors and hoping that they open.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they sounded really good. Like I said, the music I heard, I love those oldies, and they were really good. So make sure if you're looking for a country band, make sure you contact them through social media, and it's Southern
Wild Country Band, man.
Sun. I don't know why I keep wanting to say
Southern-
Southern Comfort. Southern
Comfort.
Wild Country Band. Yes.
It's awesome that he did reply right away when I tried to message him earlier. That was great. We got him in here.
That means he's
He-
here. Yeah.
yeah. So they're watching us on Facebook. They're watching us. That's where he got his info from. So shout out to all our viewers on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just sent another 1,000 invites today. So people can come and follow our new interview page. On your Mets
I
Radio
thought you
Talk
were
Show.
gonna say $1,000.
Yeah. A la máquina. Wow. A la modis. So
Sign me
right
up
now
for that.
we're sitting at 245 followers on this page. I just created this page probably about a week and a half ago, and which is a jump start, man. And continue to follow, like, and share, and just continue to follow it, and tag your friends, tag your people, and show some love. And we're at 1,400 views for the Rustic Rose Band. That was a great interview last night with them.
That
Them
was.
guys are amazing. Them guys are gonna be terrific. Hopefully, I get to see them guys soon. These guys are phenomenal. I don't know what I got coming up next. We got a lot of interviews coming up on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show. I don't know what. Oh, you know what? We do got something coming up next week. I do know. We do got something on the 19th. We got Cheyenne Signs coming to release her new single
Oh
on.
wow. I'm
So
glad to see her again.
so gets to do that. A la máquina. Freaking Antonio. You're
You see?
yeah.
You're seeing that, Antonio?
I wasn't the only one thinking about $1,000.
Yeah. No, I just sent out 1,000 invites. All right. I think it was today, and I think I get to send out another tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how many you get to send out a day. But I do want to say thank you to everybody that tunes in every single week, every single night, and thank you to everybody that tunes in. Thank you to our beautiful ladies that chimed in tonight with us. Beautiful Laura Sanchez, beautiful Mary Ellen. I know Laura's got to go to bed, so does Mary Ellen. Everybody's got to work tomorrow. I do know I do got to
I
go to
gotta
work.
wash my hair tonight. It's a
Ah,
hot
la
mess already.
máquina. Hoy nomás, look who we got in the house. He's a legend. A la máquina. I don't know if we got
Who's
Mr.
that?
Santos Leal, all the way from A la máquina from Houston,
Awesome.
Corpus Christi. Santos
Hi,
Leal.
Santos.
Santos
Yes.
Leal.
Well, we're gonna have to go visit him one day at his
A
radio
la
station.
máquina. We're gonna have to bring him on the talk show. We're gonna have to set up something. We're gonna have to talk to one of the Leal brothers to get him on the show. This
Yes,
guy
most
is a
definitely.
legend in the radio business, man. This guy has been around for at least, I mean, and this is why we got to do the interview, because the interview would tell you how long he's been along in business. I'm gonna put it out there. I think he's been in business for about 60 years or so, and the interview would tell you how long he's been in business. But this guy has been around for a long time. I want to give a big shout out to Leal's Broadcasting. They've been around a long time. Big shout out to Mr. Santos Leal. God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much. Laura, Mary Ellen, any last words for our beautiful fans out there?
Go ahead, Laura.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us. We love having you guys on the show. Comments that we can. If we miss something, just we're sorry. We're not dissing you or anything like that, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate your views, and we appreciate you guys showing some love. Thank you to all our viewers and followers.
And I just want to say thank you to, first of all, Southern Wild Country Band for joining us tonight, and for everybody that's tuned in tonight or last night. We appreciate your support, and please make sure, the main thing is please make sure to follow these artists that that we're bringing to you. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. Share their posts, their music, download their music, and book them if you can. If you have any parties, call them up, book your events with them. That's it.
Good night. Hasta la vista. Happy Thursday.
Okay.
Good evening. See y'all soon. See y'all Monday. See y'all Tuesday. God bless.